New this morning, multiple fire departments in Eaton County responded to a structure fire early this morning that shut down a portion of West Eaton Highway to the west of Grand Ledge. The fire happened at a home on West Eaton Highway between Benton and Kenyon roads and started in a garage that partially spread to the house. The fire department tells News 10 that nobody was home at the time of the fire and nobody was injured. The fire was first reported just after 2 o'clock this morning and was put out around 3:30.